Hello and welcome to Orange Crush. Orange Crush is a roller coaster I've built over the course of the summer holidays, and it's one of these B&M coasters that's you can find in pretty much, well, I would say I would mimic the B&M Six Flags kind of style, where it's a pretty simple and basic layout featuring the prominent vertical loop and Immelman, a helix, and the standard or classic B&M interlocking corkscrews. Now, before the teaming, I really try to keep it minimalist, a bit industrial looking, trying to go for those sea containers or shipping containers kind of look with the corrugated metal. So let's go follow a train first, and then we'll take a ride on the roller coaster. Then I'll take you on another theming, and let's do another ride in the dark. And lastly, I will show you how to place down the ride and how to lay down all the pathing. So here goes the train. Down the first drop, into the vertical loop. Immelman. We'll go for the helix. Into the interlocking corkscrews. Oop. Trees are getting in the way a bit. And then into the final brakes. So let's take it for a spin. Let's do a track view. We might want to speed it up a tiny bit. And we should be leaving any moment now. As you can tell, it's a floorless coaster. Relatively modest in size. It's I think only like 30 meters high or something. It does come with 3 trains. It has an MCBR, or mid-course brake run for short, or actually for long, I guess. And it has a pretty solid throughput of people. So here we go, down the first drop. And we've hit the brakes. Just a quick turn. And as you can see, there's already a place in the station for the next train to unload and load our passengers. So it's pretty solid in the throughput. Alright, so let's take a look at all the features. Let's start out with the Plaza. So what you get is a gulpy soda and a cosmic cow, and apparently the staff members have quit their jobs, because, oh well. If you place it in the park, you probably keep better track of your staff than I do. It also comes with some lockers. I mean, it's twisting, turning upside down, so you may want to stow your belongings into the lockers. There's some benches you can place down. Some great viewing areas on the first drop, the loop, and the Immelman. We have a photo booth. And here's a little thing where you can pay with your credit card. There are the printers, and some extra stock. You could place some pictures on the screens if you want to. And there's the entrance. Let's fly over to the storage track. So this entire part of the track would be able to slide to the right. It's even a fancy cable I modeled. And then you could stow 2 of the 3 trains in this building. So you would always have to keep 1 train on the track, but I figured that's not that big of an issue. Of course, here's where the photo is taken. I guess we'll just take a walk down the queue. So it's a bit of a cattle pen, but it does have a fast lane. I figured I wanted to keep it kind of compact in terms of the queue line. No real theming going on, just some sunshades. And there you come to the station. Now there's something I did at night, which I would like to show you. See when the trains close, it dims the lights, and then the station lights dim as well. And when it departs, a little spotlight turns on and just follows them out of the station. Now when the next train comes in, when the restraints open, the lights will turn back on. So the station lights come on, and then the train lights come on. They're free to go. Oh, it was just a nice little touch at night. All the lights I placed down, or actually most of the lights in the queue, are like a really old shade of blue. I thought it would fit really well to the coaster. Of course, all the signs are pretty luminescent. So let's follow this train in the dark and get to see all the lights outside. So here it goes. 28 people per train. Sorry, I just... that's not true what I just said. Oh, actually, it is true what I said. 7 times 4, 28. I just let my mind run loose for a second. Nice little bit of ejector just before hitting the final brake run. So let's ride it at night then. Oh, that's really nice timing. I think at night it's just, I really like the spotlights on the track, it just makes it illuminate a bit. The track just glows. That's where the picture was taken. Turnaround, another corkscrew. And the final brakes. So let's go back to daytime and let's see if we can... Let's pause the game as well, it helps with the frames. Not a track ride, it's a roller coaster. So let's look for Orange Crush. There we go. Let it load all the pieces. As you can see, there's a hide me and a show me sign. So just sink it into the ground. If you can't get it first try, just wiggle it about a bit and eventually you'll get to it. Oh, yep, I already had it. Smiko. So you can see there's a fence alongside the entire ride and also some trees. But if you don't like the trees, you can just delete them. And you're left with a pretty bare ride. So let's start with the paths. I think I used this type of path. So first of all, we select a grid from one of the shops. Actually, build out first, and then select the grid. And you just fill the entire area. That's the first thing you should do. Now, of course, all the benches and the trash cans will not be saved in the blueprint. Just build out, and actually you want to extend it so the path meets up with the right photo booth. Okay, so that's the first part. Let's build out one to the left and one to the... Let's do that on a grid as well, it's easier. And it should just fall in there like that. Okay, cool. So we got that going. Now let's start with the exit. So select grid, build out one first, and then a mild slope down. Let's change the angle snap so it's not as cumbersome to work with. Is it back? Right, change it back to, I think it was 11.25. Yeah, you just follow the fences around, and eventually it should just connect by itself, and it will remove the supports that were on the path at first. So that's nice. Okay, let's go. Let's move on to the queue. Actually, I like to paint the inside of the station floor orange using the glossy vinyl queue in metallic trim. I can't remember if I actually used the orange path on the real... No, I did change it. Okay, we'll change that back later. Okay. So, select grid. Build out one. No. Build out another. And the width should be 3 meters wide. These should be stairs. Make sure it's flat at the bottom. And then we select the grid again, and we just fill it in. At this point we deselect the grid and we change it to a thin path, and it should just fall in there as well. Go back into the grid, fill it up. Just like that. Reach the end. Build out one more. Deselect. Change it back to a 3 meter wide path. Let's continue building. There's nothing really to it. Select the grid again. Fill her in. Oh, that should also be a grid piece then. Back into here, and then we change it to a wide path and connect it, and it should just connect like that. Okay, so now we should move on to the where is it again? Enable priority pass. This is a bit tricky because it has to meet up with the very edge. So if you place it down, at the moment it clips like this. As soon as it clips straight, place it down. Same goes for the exit. Oh. Annoying. Okay. So as soon as it just twitches, there we go, that's the twitch. Then move back just a tiny bit. Click. Reconnect the path. Build out backwards. That's the easiest way to do it. Oop. Yep, like that. And like that. That's all the pathing done. So that's Orange Crush for you. Hope you enjoy it. Good luck and have fun. Thanks for watching.